Well, hello and welcome everybody. It's been a long time since we streamed to a proper dedicated Resident Evil game that wasn't like resistance sessions or silliness or tests and things like that. This is my return to streaming. It is hopefully a game you've not seen streamed all that much. It is Resident Evil Deadly Silence. It's running on emulator. We've got the mouse and hopefully the microphone working, but we won't know till we get to our boy Richard. And I'd just like to welcome you all along. Apologies for taking so long to get back to you guys, but let's get this underway. So this is the DS version, Resident Evil Deadly Silence. We, unfortunately, due to the way the emulator works, I can't have the second screen which shows the map, but it's honestly not a problem. And we will obviously be playing in Rebirth Mode. Just a couple of pointers. The emulator has managed to do a pretty good job with the character models, but unfortunately the backgrounds are locked to the the Nintendo DS resolution, and as such they look probably the worst you will ever see these backgrounds look outside of probably the Game Boy Color version. It's a shame, but
Resident Evil
it is what it is,
DS.
unfortunately. So for this one, we're just going to go with Jill. And if it's successful, we will perhaps come back as Chris another time. But yeah, for tonight, we were going to go for Jill. And another word of warning: the FMV looks absolutely terrible. So again, this is a 3DS game, a very small screen being blown up to 1080p on your monitors. So you have to bear with its visuals, unfortunately.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
Found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Joseph!
No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow. What a mansion.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it. Don't open that door.
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert.
A dining room.
Hello there, Nick. Thank you very much for joining. Hi, Sai, and hello, Bandage. So yeah, this is the 3DS version. It's running in the DS resolution, so although the emulator can upscale the character models, it can't do anything with the backgrounds or FMV, unfortunately. But you'll have to excuse the slight tinny audio at times when the characters speak. It's not quite a perfect emulation, but it's not bad, and the character models look great. And the touchscreen, importantly, all works as it should do. One thing that really surprised me is I really don't like the animation for the running. I think the running feels really off. The character models look so much better, but yeah, look at that. That's just for you there, Nick. Bit of environmental, environment.
What?
Description in the environment.
What is this?
What is it?
There's a blunder.
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
They all sound like they're slightly slurring, don't they? Can I get to that other menu? Yes, thank God. We do not want green blood. Chris's green blood, yeah. Interesting, it keeps it within the room you're in. Yeah, it really is a shame the DS holds the backgrounds back. I mean, there's so much detail being crushed. But you can skip the doors. Which is your favourite pixel here? There's a little treat for you. So the DS version did have the uncut Kenneth scene. Neat. So how's everyone doing? Are we all okay? It's for a Monday? And in answer to whether it's one of the best ports, Si, I don't know. It's a neat anniversary edition, but my heart will always lie with the Saturn version, I'm afraid.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Hello, Ploppy. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Hope you're okay. As we all eagerly anticipate TGS for the village.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
It absolutely is, Si, yeah. But I mean, I really love the battle mode, and the ticks are just such a lovely addition. And it is nostalgia because obviously it was my first version of Resident Evil, so I'm always going to have that.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And... Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
I can't be alone in liking this sort of hyper unusual atmosphere that this version has because it's so bright, so well lit. Here you go then. I don't know how well I'm going to do, and I will be using save states just to let people know. So if you see a pause like this, you might see that pop up. It's just because the emulator is a little bit unstable and I don't want to lose progress through a crash or whatever. But here we go. So it's just basically swiping controls and tapping. And that's your lot. The thing I find fascinating about those sequences is how did they get those angles? Because that kind of tells me they've either redone the backgrounds from scratch and got an artist to match them as close as they could, or they've still got some of the assets to be able to capture from a new angle. I'd really love to know the story of how they were able to capture these classic rooms in the new angles for the first person sequences. If it isn't broke, why don't fix it? And here's a good look at the dual character model. So it's actually, they're the best detailed in terms of this game, but I still maintain I think the animation's off of them a little bit. But the actual detail's quite nice. I seem to think in the Rebirth version I've got to go out this way to get, I think, the herbicides out there in this version. Oh, the stylus tap, yeah, indeed. It doesn't always work. I don't know whether it has to be specific moments, but it's not working on this angle. Ah, I forgot about this. I forgot it has tactical reloading. And I mean, I must actually examine the Beretta because so it is actually the Samurai Edge, which is really neat. Again, I forgot this version actually has the Samurai Edge. This is going to be about as close to a blind playthrough as you can get because it's been probably 10 years since I last played Deadly Silence. So I'll let her go idle then.
Ah!
Right, you are. Yellow, fine. It's beautiful. Shame it's never come back in the series before, eh? What a blunder. Oh, man, that's a tactical reload. Don't you miss this tension? That's not too new. Advanced mode would often throw a lot of zombies at you on the screen like that.
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door
And hello,
down.
Nighthawk. No, we've only just got started, really. Only 10
Hurry!
minutes.
This way!
Welcome to DS. How are you, Yoke, Nighthawk? Are you both well?
Oh, Barry!
Oh, Barry.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
I think it's another first-person joy. No, it's not. Bloody hell. Taking some clumsy damage, guys. Zombies are going down quicker than I thought they did in Rebirth Mode. That's a quick one. Ah! But Barry... Honestly, the door skipping is an absolute godsend. And the herbicide is in here, so my memory is failing me. I must be confusing that with the advanced mode on the director's cut. God. Did you always start with this much stuff in Rebirth Mode? This is absolutely ridiculous. Has anyone played this recently? Can actually tell me if that's actually correct? How many how many items you start off with? It just seems ridiculous. Nighthawk, you don't have to subscribe, man, but thank you. You do not have to do that. I do not stream anywhere near enough for people to subscribe, but I appreciate it. Thank you. And these little chests, they contain contain variations of the same puzzle, you have as many chances in the top right-hand corner to be able to do it, and it just gives you another like recovery or ammo. I don't think there's any actual quest items put in here, and it's just a simple palettes number swap, so you match all the colours. And then that. Yoke, we just discussed this before you came on. I personally, obviously, am indebted to the Saturn version. It was my first ever Resident Evil. I love the battle mode. I love the ticks. So I think my allegiance is definitely there. But this is a solid port. I remember that people were a little bit hard on this version of the game because a lot of people were sort of saying, "What is its purpose now? The remakes in the world." But I still maintain. I mean, it was an anniversary game for a start. It was an anniversary of the original title, so I still think it's a beautiful celebration. It honours the original very well. There is a classic mode, and the Rebirth mode is remixed well enough. The Rebirth mode has some quirky advanced mode backgrounds in there and stuff like that, so hopefully we'll get to see some before long. And as you guys know from like Twitter and on the podcast and that, although over the years I still acknowledge the remake's the definitive version of like this story, my heart is kind of gone back to the original a bit more. And I appreciate that's total nostalgia, but it's totally unfair. There's something about the atmosphere in the original which I think is absolutely unrivaled. Controls. Oh man, you just have to forgive me with these. Look at these backgrounds. Look how badly compressed they are. Crit. Yeah, the anniversary collection sort of mock-up was a really neat little thing, and I don't know whether you guys saw the follow-up he did, where it was like one half of Resident Evil 2 is actually physically on the card and the rest is all downloaded, which is a funny little gag. I forget your numbered pages in this. Anything of note. Nothing uncommon. Shout out to environmental descriptions. That is too lucky. That is not going to happen again. What I will do is I'm just going to save it, and I will. I seem to remember Jill gets a really nifty back heel animation on the DS version, so hopefully. Yeah, neat. I'm sure there's more head bounce physics as well.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I've found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
I like the way Barry declares the hallway as being dangerous, yet it's the only place that one of the only places they've not been attacked yet. There you go, Nick. Look at that angry eyebrows. Yeah, that's exactly Bandage. Yeah, that's right. Hello, Silek. Nice to see you. So, Nick, why don't you talk us through this background then? Exactly what part was it that where you felt this was a face? Where did you see the face? I see the face. See, I love how this description changes the further you get, the closer you get to the door as well. So, like spots of blood. Hope this blood isn't from my teammates. Tongue sticking out. Angry eyebrows. Jill, the character model for Jill looks really good. Actually, when you've just literally come off the sound version, it's a bit of a step up. Not going to mess about with Forest actually. You guys will have to remind me. In the advanced mode, is he not a super fast zombie? I didn't realise he was a slow shambler. It's Forest! I'll always miss our target practice sessions together. So I'll shoot your head off with a shotgun. And that's, again, neat. See, the original games don't just have environmental description, they have dynamic environmental description. Oh man. Two enemy types in the same room? What the hell? Nick! Nick, what's all that about? I thought Confidential Report was the only one that did that. Oh God. Another crow! Oh God. This is not going well, guys. I'm getting trolled by these controls, these inventory controls. Right, there we go. Oh yeah, how do you knife? I can't remember how you knife. What's the button for knife? Hello, Big Dave Lizard. What is the quick knife button? It's that. Ah! Yes. Yes, Nick. Danger. This game has multiple enemy types in the same room. I've got to be careful because poor Jill is not going to last the night. Wow, it's like a remix. I didn't realise. See, you can tell this is as near to a blind playthrough as possible because I did not realise this had a slightly different variation of this music in this. Do an actual save as well as the save stage, just for fun. Well, thank you, Yoke. That's nice for people to see. It is a little item box. So Big Dave, Blizzard, I don't think you were here for the early one, but in most of the save rooms in the game, I think you get these additional little puzzle boxes, and they just basically give healing items or ammo. There's no quest attached to them as such, but they're just basically a number swap. If I can remember the best way to do it. Red herb. Maybe they've always got red herbs in. No idea. God. I do apologise with this. I'm a bit all over the place with these controls. Right, so no. Good start. Good start. Oh man, can you believe that? Well, Jill is robust to Cerberus and bad game playing, it seems. It's going to be an easy hit to put on there. This time I'm extremely rusty today, I'm very sorry. And I see you, Mr. Zombie. It's funny how across all the different versions, my memory of certain things is failing me, because I thought this had an additional puzzle here as well, or an additional thing to do, but it's the remake, isn't it? Where you've got to direct the flow. Just do a little bit of housekeeping. Just a quick save state. There we go. So I don't know if you can actually get into states where the enemies will attack each other. I know Kendo said he was going to do some tests on that. I don't know how he got on. Yeah, I think it's best to tap when you're up against the dogs. Sorry, zombie. Ah! I feel like I've been trolled. Slow down. Sometimes I think you get items. I think if you have like a perfect run against them. It's funny you say that, Yoke, actually, because it's very similar to Gaiden in many ways, isn't it? And Nick and I are going to be exploring Gaiden together soon on stream, so look forward to that. In all honesty, yeah, Bandage, I'm not looking forward to that, the Yawn fight, because though the emulator can do touchscreen controls pretty well, it is a bit finicky, and if you click off the window and things like that, it'll unfortunately, like, it doesn't focus on the emulator, so you have to click back on, and I can imagine it's going to take a few attempts. I'll probably use a save state there. See, I thought Deadly Silence changed that to Elias, but it didn't. I've read this hundreds of times. I think the knife sequences are like, you know, implausible from a lore point of view as well. That, you know, you've got Jill literally running around with all this ammunition, and she decides to just, you know, draw out a knife when there's 3 zombies walking toward her. have just been summoned away for 1 minute, guys. So just just talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in about 1 or 2 minutes. Just bear with. Sorry about that, guys. Longer than I anticipated. So we will get back to it. Let's not talk about Zero. Try not to. Oh no, Sonny's not here, is he? Has Zero been brought up again? Zero. That game will haunt this community forever. Oh, what am I doing? Memory has failed me. always admiring the mystery of Bravo team, and indeed, yeah. I mean, thankfully, we still pretty much have that because, you know, Zero doesn't do anything with them that's worthy of note. Is everybody excited for TGS then? We're gonna stay spoiler free until then if the internet will let us. RE Engine, Resident Evil 0, wow. That's something to ponder, isn't it? See how I love the fact that it doesn't move. Am I right in thinking it's 8:12? Don't tell me the answer, guys, because I know Richard tells you. But I'm gonna go for a guess. No, I guess not. Right, well, we will get to see whether the microphone has been set up properly. Welcome back, Yoke. Still not played Not a Hero. It's good. Not a Hero is actually. I think everyone was dreading Not a Hero, and it ended up being the surprise DLC of 7. In all honesty, Nick wants Zero remade. Yoke.
Richard, what happened?
I'm not anticipating this to work. Oh wow, it's the first time I think I've ever done that.
Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous. Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. Set the dining room clock to 8:12.
I thought I had done.
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
I think what's truly spectacular about Richard's voiceover there is he manages to actually be worse than the original game's voice actors. So it really is bravo all round there. Ho ho. Yeah, it's just as bad as the original. Yeah, exactly. No sting. Poisonous. That's the only one because there's additional puzzle. He tells you the solution to the clock, which is 8:12, which I could have sworn I'd put in, but look, where is everybody? Where are the statues? Where's the vent? They've reworked the background. This is a bit. This is a bit of a neat puzzle, actually. I seem to remember. can't remember the solution, so ooh. It also begs the question, like, how does Richard know about the clock? Where's he found that information from? But no, that's actually a neat little puzzle. That. I'm just thinking of housekeeping, what to do. I suppose it's gotta do the gem next. I think. There's not a maths puzzle, is there? I can't remember. I don't want a maths puzzle. Yes! That's a good shout to use the knife. I could lure them around, but there's a neat little bit of added detail, and I can't remember. The emblem and the clock, did they always show up on this angle in the original PlayStation version? Because I actually can't remember them doing that. RE Tetris, it's easy. Yoke, it's easy. Sean Blair, exactly. Indeed. Right, 8 to 12 then. It's a bit finicky. Okay. What have I done wrong there then? That's 8-12, isn't it? What did I do wrong there? Mr. Gutsy, hello! Nightmare, it's not possible to get in one go. It is. Am I supposed to press something once I do it? Oh, damn. No, it says he specifically said 8-12. What am I doing wrong then? What am I doing wrong? Hello GT, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. No, that's the Saturn version of course, my friend, but it isn't bad. Well, is this puzzle working as intended? It's a bit disappointing. No, I'd say the character models in this Mr. Gutsy are closer to the PS1 version. The Saturn version's character models and whatnot are not very good, unfortunately. It said 8. Richard said set the clock to 8:12, didn't he? But the clock did chime 3 times, so it would be 3 o'clock. What's Richard on about then? Is there a different clock? Nick's actually got the puzzle, he's just reminded me, of course it tells you it chimes 3 times. Yoke. Don't pay me too much credit for the stone puzzle. That was pure fluke, that was. That was just me following an online guide that ended up being the right combination for that stream. It does not usually go like that. Whoa. I think that's a critical hit when you get the flash. Hello Susie, thank you for joining. Nice to see you, how are you? And yeah, 2 and 3DS would actually... Oh god, this is what happens when you talk and stream. Yeah, 2 and 3 DS would have been wicked actually, in a nice little trilogy. Those touchscreen controls are not comfortable on a mouse, in all honesty. Are you serious? See, you've actually got to go out the menu and combine them like that. Yeah, I can't remember how you could, what's the best way to interrupt a zombie's attack, in all honesty. I thought that's what you used to use the poke for, but they've still been able to hit me while I've been doing the poke. Right, so... Thank you very much for stopping by, Fluffy. Take care, mate. Thanking you. The technical guys in the chat will have to tell me how big a DS card was. I actually don't know. I mean, the backgrounds have not survived some of this compression, unfortunately. I mean, it was fine on the DS screen. When you blow it up like this, it's not attractive, really. Is it 512? So yeah, you haven't even got a... They would have had a bit there, and that explains some of the compression then, doesn't it? We take a lot of these things for granted, but it was absolutely amazing at the time to be able to play a game like this on a handheld. You know, and then obviously the PSP got the ports of 2 and 3, which were just wicked to play. Really, really, really good. Let's go in there later. The yawn fight. I was just explaining on stream about half an hour ago. I'm dreading the yawn fight. It's a chore at the best of times. Not only does it add an unnecessary piece of backtracking, but the fight is just an absolute nightmare. And it's really obscure, isn't it, as well? Because you get a file telling you to go back. There's nothing else. If you actually skip reading the files, you don't actually know the progression for the game is there. Iframes! Iframes! We've had one confidential report mentioned already, Nighthawk, actually. Because Nick was telling us that there's only, confidential report was one of the first games in the series to have 2 enemy types in the same room, and obviously this has crows and dogs and all sorts together. Tyler Hamilton, get some love, although I can't actually remember the name of the other character. Hello, Aaron, how are you doing? Aaron was our guest, ladies and gentlemen, for the Resistance podcast that we recorded this weekend, so it's pretty cool to have her on board. Oh, that is so annoying that it doesn't stack. I'm just musing over in my brain what I'm going to do here. Because it's been a long time, but I seem to think I used to be able to use acid rounds here to get no damage against the snake. I'm terrible at these classic games, by the way, so most people can do no damage by, just fancy footwork, but that's just not me. I mean, look, I'm being outwitted by the menu here, so... What? That was something else I thought was fixed in this version. Sonny, hello there, sir. Congratulations, happy birthday. Your little video is doing some serious business, so congratulations. It's well deserved to see something so passionate be so rewarded and embraced by the community. So seriously, well done. You've come at a great time while I'm getting absolutely outwitted by a menu. I think it doesn't help Bandage that I'm trying to do it with a controller, and for some reason I have got like a reverse psychology in my head. I keep pressing the cancel buttons for select and vice versa, and so it's kind of just going all over the place. So like a big Raccoon City reunion, yep, certainly is. It's nice to be back. It's after the remake 3 Rage Quit, I was honestly wondering whether I'd ever come back and do this again, but life finds a way. And I have, in all honesty, not played Remake 3 since then either. Unfortunately. Ooh. It works well enough on a DS, but having to sort of change hands to go to the mouse to operate it, it's a bit all over the place. You'll come back to RE3 Remake. Yes, I will do. Yeah, I can't leave that. And for people who haven't seen it yet as well, I'll just let Jill stand still.
Ah.
It goes both ways though. You can touch Chris if you want to as well. course, I forgot something. For those who didn't hear me say it earlier, I haven't played this for about probably the year it came out, so this is as close to a blind playthrough for Rebirth Mode as you can get. I seem to remember the compression on the attic is absolutely terrible, so get ready to prepare your eyes for the visual feast of detail. Look at that colour palette. Look at that definition. I thought there was always more items there. I'm gonna just save state. Yeah, exactly. I think the DS resolution screen was something like 320 by 240, so these backgrounds, yeah, and the compression is just terrible. I think it's because there's a lot of lines in this background that just don't help. Nice new animation on the snake there. Whoa! Seriously, still knock me. Pin me. And now I'm gonna get totally trapped here. Look at that! How is it? It turns on an axis like that's ridiculous. Like literally, his tail is just completely inanimate. This is some seriously broken animation on the snake there. Such a lust for revenge. Ooh, Mr. Spencer, hello there. So whose boots is it going to be? Whose boots?
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum.
That looked a lot like Wesker to me. Is that not Wesker's trousers? Hello, Mr. S. How you doing? It was Martin Cluckholm, please.
Barry?
Mr. Gutsy, need Jill for combat data. Her time is not here yet. Jill Tolman. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping before heading outside. With one more puzzle to go. In fact, no. Let's get rid of that. No, I think there is certain... Oh god, you're asking me a question where my memory's terrible tonight. I'm going to leave that for the chat about whether you get rescued in the remake, because I honestly can't remember. Not too bad, Mr. S, thank you. How are you? Look at the colour crush on this background. If you've not seen that one, just look at it. What is this green shadow? And then yeah, the colour on the carpet. I don't know. heavily compressed, to, you know, to the point of doing real damage. The top of the letter is missing. Thank you very much for dropping by, Silek. Nice to see you. Thank you. So GT, are you going to have another go at your hard mode challenge that Sunny and everyone set you? Wesker Span swing over Jill, so yeah, they did look like it. Good stuff, Mr. S. We will await your future with great interest. Come on, door. There we go. Well, I'll probably be wrapping up at about 10 PM UK time, so you'll have some time to go. I understand. Haven't caught up with it yet, but I understand the moment where you got killed is a scream to behold. Right. Just about time to go outside. I'll deposit 3 and come back and get the 1. Thank you very much, Yoke. You take care, my good friend. When you stream, the public can hear you. Yeah. So I'm terrible at talking to myself at the best of times, so sometimes you get the odd mutter from me. I did not want that to happen, but thanks. Oh man, it's just trolling me now. Just talk about Wipeout here. We interrupted an attack with a poke! Oh, Yoke, you didn't have to sub, but thank you, I appreciate that. Like I said to, you know, I said earlier, you know, I don't stream enough to warrant any subs, but, you know, thank you. Oh no. I'd love to Nighthawk. It's you know, I feel terrible for saying this because I just always bang on about it, but it is just literally time and lack of being afforded any. Which is why I get so rusty on the stream. I get to the point where like I build a momentum. I sort of get used to how it all works and playing while talking and everything like that, and then I'll go 2 months without doing one. Keeping up a momentum is just is seriously difficult. So they do mix up the enemy types quite a lot here. It can. I would need to actually. I'd need to quit my job to be able to have any kind of like serious momentum as a streamer, unfortunately. We need to get back to that. We are, don't we, Sonny? Waiting for the return of Mr. JC when he's ready. To the bonus Neptune. Yeah, it's in the courtyard bit, isn't it? Right. Memory. Come on. There we are. No, it's Lively Boy next. Lively Boy. Which is not here. Tired middle-aged man there. Such is life, isn't it, Sonny? I think we've all, like the three of us, have all sort of been offline and whatnot at differing times and sort of never been around together. New music cue. Let's go into the garden. I remember being young and exceptionally naive when I first played this game, sort of way back in 1997, thinking I was probably near the end of the game by now. Matched up, put the 4 crests in, had a boss. Must be nearly there. Of course you can, Mr. S. How did they capture those new angles? I ask again, did they have... spiders. Did they have access to the assets, or something else? Have they, essentially redrawn them? That blue mirror compression's gorgeous. Showing so many shades of green. Avert your eyes from this cutscene, because the FMV has not held up well with compression. Could you make out what that was? I believe it is. Because it did look like someone on the... Yeah, it truly does. I was on do that. Emulation glitch there, because the zombie is showing through the background. It's the trouble tuner or bothersome barracuda. You feel somewhat bad for it. And there we go. So passes Neptune. Neptune fell out of the water. Maybe it did. Maybe there was. That's actually a decent lore explanation for that one, though. Oh man, crows everywhere in this version. Just playing that. That's harsh, Mr. S. I still really love the old stock sound effect of the wolf howls. You literally hear it sampled everywhere, but it just gives this such an atmosphere. And this uses the revised Saturn background, which brings the door a lot closer to the camera here. Hello Eileen Valentine, thank you for joining. Welcome to Resident Evil DS. We shall all carry you through Outbreak, Mr. Spencer. And am I wrong for saying I much prefer this guardhouse to the private residence of the remake? Is that wrong to say that? I think the atmosphere is so much more ominous in this version. A gargoyle there. Well, exactly. Here's another touchscreen puzzle for your enjoyment. For some reason as well, the guardhouse in this version evokes the Thing, you know, the John Carpenter, the Thing, a little bit more than the overgrown foliage of the private residence. What am I doing? I'm going to do an actual save. As I've explained, we're using save states because the emulator can occasionally crash, so I don't want to lose too much progress if that happens. So if you just notice the odd pause, it's just me just going into the menu and doing a quick save like this. Right. It's a solid. It's a nice port. I mean, it doesn't hold up terribly well when you blow it up like this, you know, to a 1080p stream, but it's enough to be able to see how it works mechanically and whatnot. Tell you what, she gets some good lift on that on the kicks in this. Agree. I'll just leave them to feast. I mean, you know, the guardhouse in the remake has some absolutely exquisite detail, and it certainly has its own type of atmosphere. But this just has, again, it's that unnerving, almost too well lit, too bright. There's something
What
quite...
the?
Well, that was a hell of a transition, wasn't it? What the hell happened there? A new voice actor said, "What the?" RE6 was good times. It's nice that they wait their turn, isn't it? It's pretty nonsense, isn't it? Didn't even see fit to give me an item. And you just get, like, you know, ominous signs of like overgrowth in this corridor, which I think is nice. The lack of windows does hurt it, I'll say that. But then I suppose that can only add to the claustrophobia. I'll leave them there. gimmick to make you enjoy touchscreen controls, Mr. S. Here's a puzzle that works well in touchscreen, though. Used to be able to do this without needing the code. Damn. There we go. The fact that the quick knife is in this sort of supports that a little bit as well, Bandage. Anything of note? Do I want to do the V-Jolt? Barry will save me if I don't do the V-Jolt, won't he? Let's have Barry. Can't remember which key it is in this version. And for people who didn't see it earlier, yes, the pistol in Deadly Silence is the Samurai Edge. I don't think they went to the trouble of actually making it Jill's custom, to be honest, because hey, there's no colour, there's no light blue on the emblem. Barry saves you if you do the V-Jolt remake. Oh, nice. So I expired like what 5 bullets to get 10 back. That's off. You know, I get 10 as the net result there. Nice. Yeah, the whoa. Say, tell me it's well designed that it actually can't get past the table there, can it? Well, okay. That was a surprised spider. Surprised spider. The artwork is a nice addition to the files actually in this one. Why would they? The savages, why would they? Oh my god. certainly creepy. The music. This plays when you enter Nick's house. The Nick Mansion. Come on then, guys, put it to a vote. Do you prefer the Aqua Ring or the arguably more realistic Shark Tank of this version? Place your bets. I'd probably have this one bandage if I could live any version of the Spencer floor pan, which would it be? It'd probably be this one. Nostalgia is a powerful weapon in this series. Do you like how they mimicked the animation of the water by just simply like lowering the frame rate? Now I fully expect you not to see absolutely anything in this cutscene because of the water and the FMV, because of the water and things like that. It's just going to be terrible. But it is the arms background from the Saturn version, which for a nice bit of trivia. As someone rightly pointed, never thought about it before, but this original has more atmosphere than the remake. I think a lot of that is nostalgia, as someone pointed out to me earlier when I sort of said about the Saturn version. I can't imagine anybody playing the remake first, or let's say their first experience with this series is the remaster HD, and then going back to this and thinking, gosh, this is more atmospheric. I just can't really see it, unfortunately. Come on. Oh no, the touchscreen controls are letting me down here, guys. Ah! They won't work. No. Ah! Well, this could be a. I'm being gatekept by an emulator. It was the touchscreen controls, indeed. God, they're brutal. They just don't want to work for this one very well. Jill is dead. Jill is dead. Damn you, Nintendo, and your forced gimmicks. Maybe Jill's not strong enough. Well, the mouse has done a reasonably good job of emulating the stylus until now, but it's yeah, it's not wanting to behave here at all. Oh, nearly. It's literally my life unraveling before me. You are joking. You are... Oh my god. Nighthawk, thank you. No is the answer. How would you if you didn't use an emulator, how would you capture card off a DS? Right, let's try this again. We nearly had it. It's just all about rhythm. It's just rhythm. Hooray! I seem to remember on the DS version actually that was slightly problematic there. Yeah, Mr. Gutsy it was, wasn't it? I seem to recall. Ivan Raptor, hello. What's my opinion of George Romero's script? God, I haven't read that in 10 or 15 years. I seem to remember it being faithful, but almost to a fault, in all honesty. But I seem to also remember there was some slightly weird changes. The concept art of the Tyrant was wicked, though. Okay, right, okay. We might be here for some time. Surely that has to be that. That has to be that because that's the only way that can work. That has to be 15. 9 has to stay in the middle. You know maths is not my strong suit, especially when under pressure doing something like this. So 8, 9, 13. This is just... I just what I would do, guys, I'd just talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes, please. If only Yoke was here to see my absolute downfall at a puzzle like this. Jesus. Let's do that. Oh man, what am I doing? What am I doing? 7 has to stay there. If Yoke was here, he'd be clipping this, I'm telling you. That can't be a 4. So I guess the 4 has to go there. 3. It's a decent puzzle, actually. That I'd completely forgotten about it. When Nick said earlier, the maths puzzle's good. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is very clever, Nick. Yeah, you're right. When you mentioned it earlier, I hadn't remembered it. I think can still play as well, using emulators. I think you can still play the multiplayer mode, which is notable in this because it's the only time Bravo Team people are playable. So in this game's multiplayer mode, you can play as Enrico, Richard, Kenneth, and Forrest. I'm sorry, Nick. Taking care of the ghastly goldfish. So I've got dormitory key 1 then I must have. Oh no, 3. I've been in 1 already. It's, again, confusing the rebirth mode and the advanced mode, but it's actually the advanced mode which has the quirky arrangement of the rooms, doesn't it? You tend to go in like, room 2 like last, I think, in that advanced mode. I'll kill Plot 42 and then I'll probably call it a night there. You're welcome, guys. Say sorry, it's been so long between streams. I'm just truly disheartened and beaten by the remake and the RE4 remake rumour. It kind of killed any enthusiasm for a while, but we're back. We are back. Nice. Well, Bandit, I have streamed, and it is actually on my YouTube channel, the Director's Cut DualShock, which I did delightfully for everybody, and they all loved it. Everyone should stream Zero, Mr. Spencer, everybody. Anything but Zero, no, that's the joy of it. I literally can't. I thought they had made it so you could swap the rounds out on this. I'm actually quite shocked. So I know for a fact you don't get the helmet key in this room, so what do you get in its place? Slamming 255 grade, yeah, and especially if you use the remake glitch, which I know a lot of people used to exploit a lot in the original GameCube version. This is this music. Wow, tentacles are longer in this version. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, what's going on?
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
Yes, thank you, Neptune. Nick, I was wondering if someone noticed my missed first bazooka shot, which is why I said that's interesting.
You saved me!
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
So you do get the helmet key. So what do you have to come back for later with this for the snake? Is it like a Doom book then or something?
Okay. I'm gonna stay in the soldiers area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
Because we've been working together so far up until now. Yes, Thanatos. I was rather heroic on that stream, wasn't I? Are you ready for to see a super peroxide-haired Wesker platinum colour? I missed a rocket launcher Thanatos shot on
Wesker.
Outbreak stream.
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
You don't get the big pieces of wasp that fly toward the camera, which is a bit disappointing. Voice reverb. Yeah, the emulators caused a little bit of that as well, unfortunately. There's a few slight sound issues in the cutscenes, and evidently in this room as well. Close to wrapping up now, guys. Don't worry. I know how much you guys love me fighting the hunters, so I'll get back to the mansion, then save, then call it. I don't envisage it to go well. Right, the quick trip back to the mansion. The backtracking in the DS version is actually really nice because you can skip the door loading screens.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow give me a...
This is Jill. Brad? It's broken.
I'm gonna need all the herbs. If anyone saw me stream the Saturn version, I was using save states for that, and it was a good thing I did because the hunters beat me that day. I'm not ashamed to admit that they won the war that day, and I died so many times. I think someone even cut together a small video of me getting absolutely annihilated by them. Generous game. The timing is out, I think, a little bit on some of the animations and the hitboxes. Not that that justifies my absolutely terrible performance against them, but the hunters are hard enough at the best of times anyway, aren't they? Full credit, as much as I'm, you know, a big critic of that game, full credit for making, you know, the hunter beaters in Remake 3 feel the closest to these hunters in terms of just out and out difficulty. God. So, yellow fine. I'm in a dangerous position to fight a hunter. Again, forgive the compression and the pixelation. Ouch. I can't see anything. One down. It is a tactical save state. You're right, Nick. I've got to wrap this up now, unfortunately, so I couldn't really afford to lose time. I know it's cheating. I know. demo disc instead of a Doom book. Did the hunters always used to get hit by a new shade of like yellow or something when you hit them? Because I don't think they did. In fact, if anything, I think it went darker in the console versions. It's an interesting little piece of detail. Thank you, Barry. And there, folks, is where I will leave it for tonight. Thank you very much. I feel this has been a good turnout. It wasn't advertised or anything like that. I just ended up having a free evening, so I really appreciate everybody dropping by to say hello. There's been some new faces tonight, which has been nice. Thank you for Nighthawk and Yoke for the subs. Again, I don't expect it from anyone, so anything is just a nice gesture. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to us on the podcast and everything like that. So. Very, very humbled by the support you've given me tonight, because, like I say, it has been so long. It's nice to be back. And with that, I will love you and leave you all. I think GT was on for carrying on his hard mode challenge for remake. So if he's about, by all means, drop him in. I might, I'll chuck him a host or whatever. In fact, he's here in the chat. GT, are you going to carry on doing your thing now? And Bandaged131, thank you very much. Welcome. We like to try and do slightly more obscure titles and things like that. So if you look back through my YouTube videos, I've done things like the DualShock Director's Cut and the Resident Evil 2 N64 version and the Saturn battle modes and whatnot. And this was just continuing that idea of presenting games that you maybe don't see as much on the stream. So GT's gonna do tomorrow. Okay, that's cool. So yep, take care, guys. If I don't stream any more this week, I'll probably see you at the weekend sometime. So take care. See you very soon, and bye bye for now. Cheers.